Welcome to jail, mother. Oh no, I can't put that in your Welcome to jail.
We've been on the road for a little while now. If you're new around here, I'm Johnny, and my best friend Mackenzie and I are trying to finish visiting 30 countries before we turn 30. Today we're leaving country 20, and right now our other bestie Catherine is with us on this part of our Balkan summer adventure. Just when we thought we'd found our travel rhythm and found the swing of things, Slovenia surprised us. Tucked between Italy, Austria, and Croatia, this country has quietly built a reputation, or so I've heard, as the Canada of Europe. Polite, peaceful, outdoorsy, and clean. And Ljubljana is the capital that no one talks about, but everyone should. Picture this: cafe-lined riverbanks, art everywhere you look, medieval castles perched above pastel streets, no stress, dragons everywhere. There's something about Ljubljana that instantly slows you down, but like in the best way. Like, there's actually cool street style to look at, and there's nice food smells wafting by. It's got big city charm without all the chaos. You can walk across the whole downtown in under 20 minutes. Yet every corner feels full of life. Whether it's a busker playing violin, or students biking to class, locals grabbing a coffee by the water. For a capital, it's wildly underrated, but that's part of the magic. It's the kind of place where you feel like you're in on a secret. And whether you're here for the food, nature, history, to party, or just wander around and breathe it all in, Ljubljana has a little something for every kind of traveler. So let's discover together what makes this city so special. From hilltop sunsets to market mornings, hidden courtyards, and dumplings you'll dream about. Yes, I said dumplings. Let's slow down, soak it in, and get to know one of Europe's most lovable yet underrated capitals. Have you ever wondered what it's like to sleep and stay in an old jail? Okay, this might actually be the wildest place we've stayed in so far. This is Hostel Salisa, a former military prison turned artsy backpacker hostel right here in the heart of Ljubljana's alternative district, Metelkova. It's also the nightlife district, so it's a really good spot. Each cell was redesigned by a different artist, so no two rooms are the same. You literally sleep behind old prison bars, but in a cute, cozy aesthetic kind of way. Downstairs, there's a chill cafe, live music some nights. There's even a little museum explaining the history of the building, and a courtyard filled with good vibes. It's super close to the main train station and just a 10-minute walk to the city center.
Welcome to jail, mother. Oh no, I can't put that in your Welcome to jail.
So if you're into quirky places to stay with a story behind them, this one's a must. And they also had a free breakfast, which in today's day and age is unheard of in Europe. Hostelflation, I'm telling you. Okay, here is what I knew about Ljubljana before coming. Warning, it's not that much. It's the capital of Slovenia. People told me it's one of their favorite places they went backpacking, or their favorite place, and it's got a dragon as a mascot, which instantly made me curious. More on that later. But walking around for the first time, I was honestly surprised. The old town is so charming. Cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, little bridges crossing the river every few blocks. It's got this peaceful, lived-in energy. Like, it's beautiful, but it's not trying hard to impress you. There's still a little roughness around the edges. There's barely any cars downtown, so it feels like more relaxed than other capitals. And there's just art and color everywhere, from cafe signs to street performers. Ljubljana is one of those places you could settle into really quickly, I feel. It's the kind of city that makes you want to slow down and stay a while. How many times am I going to say slow down? I need to slow down. You know when you arrive somewhere and you are just instantly feeling the vibe? My first impression of Ljubljana is so good. I love the vibe of this city. It's so comfortable but still has a city feel. The people are giving such a cool energy and cool vibe. They're also so kind. Honestly, the people kind of remind me of Canadians, and just like the vibe in general kind of reminds me of Canada in a good way. The style is so cool. It's giving like Toronto, Montreal style. The people's energy is like from BC, where they love to go out to the surrounding forest and hike in the mountains around. The food and restaurant scene seems amazing, and everything we've tried so far is incredible. And it's such a beautiful and unique looking city as well. There's like a really cool old town. There's amazing street art and amazing museums that we've just started to explore. So I would so far highly recommend coming to Ljubljana. First impressions are usually pretty right, in my opinion, and even though this one was a wet impression, it was a good one. Wandering these streets, looking around at all the varied architecture, it feels almost familiar in a way, but like there is still so much more here in Ljubljana to discover. This morning we are heading out to a walking tour here in Ljubljana. I will say this in every city, but I love to start a new place with a walking tour. It gives you the lay of the land, lets you know what you want to go back and check out with more time, and it just is such a great way to see a city for the first time and get a little bit of context. When you're walking through Ljubljana, it's easy to think you stumbled into a fairy tale or something, but this little capital has a lot of layers. Ljubljana has been settled for over 2,000 years, first by Illyrians and Romans, then ruled by the Habsburgs, and later part of Yugoslavia before Slovenia finally became independent in 1991. And even though it's small, the city has always been this meeting point of cultures. Italian, Germanic, Slavic, and you can feel that mix in the food, in the architecture, and even just the vibes along the streets. It's also one of the greenest capitals in the whole world. Like, literally, as I was saying, they banned cars from the city center in 2007, and the whole downtown is walkable, bike-friendly, and lined with trees, riverside cafes, and art installations. And we have reached the famous Dragon Bridge. There are dragons and dragon imagery all over the city of Ljubljana because it's the city's mascot. Legend has it that Jason from Greek mythology in Ljubljana, Slovenia, Jason slayed a dragon here. So now the mascot of the city is dragons. Honestly, it adds a very unique and quirky charm to the city, and it's one of the cutest mascots possible, in my opinion. As a traveler, this place hits a sweet spot. It's easy to get around, it's full of hidden gems, it feels like you are discovering places and doesn't feel overrun. There's this balance of calm and creativity that makes you want to explore, but also just sit back and relax and enjoy your coffee along the river and observe locals. And if you're here on a Friday, trust me, this is the place to be. Every Friday from spring to fall, Ljubljana's Central Square transforms into this full-blown open-air food festival called Orpakuna, or Open Kitchen. Chefs from all over Slovenia set up stalls and serve everything from traditional Slovenian dishes to creative street food. There's vegan options, craft beer, and wines from local vineyards. And it's not just for tourists. Locals love this event. Everyone comes out after work, they grab a plate and hang out by the fountain or on the grass or the river with friends. It's the kind of event that makes you feel like you're part of the city, even if you just showed up here a few days ago like we did. So I would highly recommend timing your trip around a Friday if possible, especially if you're a travel foodie like we are. We're here at the Open Kitchen Festival, which happens on Fridays here in Ljubljana, and I'm trying, they pronounce it for me, Zuborski. I'm sure I butchered that, so let me know if I did or not, which is ravioli with a beef goulash. Let's try it. Stew is like the goulash part, but it has a really nice like savory taste. It's a little bit salty and peppery, but not too much either. And the raviolis are sort of like a gnocchi, they're super soft and tender. And they have like a cheesy kind of like potato texture inside. That's really, really comforting on a day like this. Yeah. After a very rainy morning and few extra coffees waiting for the rain to pass, the clouds finally cleared, so naturally, as you do in a vibey, artsy city, we went thrifting. Kilo shops are basically like a treasure hunt, and then you pay by weight. Ljubljana has some really cute ones, I've heard, and they're all tucked into little side streets. There's something so satisfying about digging through racks and finding clothes that already have stories and have already lived lives. Plus, it's budget friendly and it's sustainable, which always feels really good when you're backpacking. We tried on some questionable things, some that definitely did not make the cut, but then came the jackpot. I found 2 shirts that were both really cool, definitely keepers and worth fitting in my bag or trading something out. I'll figure that later. This rainy day has been redeemed. One of the other surprises about Ljubljana is how green it is. The whole city feels like a breath of fresh air, from riverside paths to these leafy and expansive parks where locals picnic and nap or play ball games together. Tivoli Park is the biggest one, just steps from the city center, and walking around here, it honestly feels like you've escaped to the countryside. They even have hiking trails, like minutes from the city center. Slovenia's nickname is the green heart of Europe, and in Ljubljana, you can totally see why. This aspect of Ljubljana is really giving me the Canada of Europe right now. And this is your sign to never give up. If you need one of those, I think we all do at times.
Learning.
We almost got it. We're gonna get 3 drinks.
Oh my gosh, you got it!
Well, okay, there you go.
Wow!
We're eating good today.
Okay, take them all. We're getting them. We took them all.
I'm looking for a man with liquids.
Looking for a man with a tripod. We just finished at the Museum of Contemporary History here in Ljubljana, and it was a really interesting museum. We actually learned this morning on our walking tour that the city of Ljubljana has more museums per capita than any other European city, which is impressive. There's apparently tons, lots of them sound interesting. This one was really cool. It was heavy because it covered a lot of Slovenia's history through the 1900s, through its various occupations, really up until the liberation of Slovenia. But if you've been to Ljubljana and you know of any other museums that are great, let me know which ones should we try to check out while we're here. And if you're here, I would definitely recommend the Museum of Contemporary History. Ljubljana, Slovenia might be one of Europe's smallest capitals, but it honestly packs in so much unique charm. It has one of the youngest mayors in Europe, and it somehow balances this eco-living. It's so accessible, even though it's completely car-free. They have these Cavalier carts that help especially the elderly get around within the city center. Balances that with this late-night energy, this cafe culture, and this buzzing student life. 1 in 7 people in Ljubljana is a student, so that gives it a very particular vibe as well. And I also didn't expect to love the food scene here this much. All the traditional Slovenian dishes I've tried, so delish, and there's so many cool restaurants and cozy riverside places like this pizza spot we're trying tonight. I heard about this on TikTok and it lived up to the hype. We ate dinner and of course the rain opened up and hit again. We ran home, got soaked, but I was so happy. I think Ljubljana is worth some wet socks at this point. We've reached the end of our time here in Ljubljana in Slovenia. It's been such an amazing visit. This city is incredible.
Loved it. Like, it so exceeded my expectations.
It lives up to the name and the slogan that people said of it's like the Canada of Europe. Like, it really felt like that being here.
Yeah,
the
like
people,
the
what they
nature.
like to do and their culture and their vibe. And it's one of my favorite cities so far. I'm gonna say it. One of my favorite places that we've been to so far.
City on this trip. It's one of those cities that it's like, oh, if I got the opportunity to live here, it'd be so cool. Like, I'd love to spend not just
More
like another
time.
week here. I'd love to spend like months here.
Yeah, I totally agree. And
cool, artsy, lots of museums, lots of nature, easy to get around, like walkable, bikeable.
Yeah.
Like,
amazing
people
food.
are friendly.
Yeah, amazing food. Such
Lake Bled.
I have nothing but good things
like
to say.
40 minutes away.
Yeah, and
super easy by
even
bus.
other countries and other Balkan countries are really easily accessible, so I'm gonna miss it for sure.
But I'm excited for the next one.
We're going to the train this morning. We're heading to Tivoli.